The 61st example, and here it is said that the touching bars 1 and 2 are on an inclined plane of inclination alpha with horizontal. The masses of bars are equal to m1 and m2. The coefficient of friction is k1 and k2. K1 is greater than k2. First we have to find the interaction force. So in that case, I will consider this body of both blocks, that is m1 plus m2, as a combined system. So the external forces acting on the system will be the components of their weight, that is m1g sine alpha and m2g sine alpha, while the frictional force on body 1 and the frictional force on body 2, still the system is coming down with some acceleration, and we have to find that acceleration. So as we know very well, acceleration will be equal to net force, that is m1g sine alpha plus m2g sine alpha, that is total force acting downward along the plane, minus F1 plus F2, total force acting upward along the plane, upon net force upon net mass m1 plus m2. So here, as you can see, g sine alpha can be taken as common, so it will be m1 plus m2 in bracket g sine alpha minus frictional force. So frictional force on this block will be equal to mu1 into normal reaction, as coefficient of friction is k1 and normal reaction is m1g cos alpha. So action is m1g cos alpha, reaction will be m1g cos alpha, so it will be m1g cos alpha plus k2 at m2 g cos alpha whole divided by m1 plus m2. So acceleration would be equal to m1 plus m2 into g sine alpha minus, again g cos alpha from here can be taken as common. So what you will get is m1 k1 plus m2 k2 in bracket g cos alpha whole divided by m1 plus m2. Now in order to find the interaction force, we need to draw FBD of single block. Let us say I am drawing the FBD of block 1. So the weight of the block 1 is acting in downward direction, m1g sine alpha. The action force exerted by block 2 on 1 will be acting downward along the plane, and friction, which is equal to k1 m1g cos alpha, k1 m1g cos alpha, that is acting upward along the plane, and it is going down with acceleration. So the equation would become net force, that is m1g sine alpha plus n21, that is total force acting along the plane downward, minus friction k1 m1g cos alpha must be equal to mass into acceleration. Now we have to find this thing. So interaction force between these two will be m1 into a minus m1 into g sine alpha minus k1 m1 g cos alpha. Now as you can see, I can substitute the value of a, and the value of a is that we know very well, that is from equation 1. I can substitute the value of a from here, which is a very big value that may create confusion after substituting. So please be careful while watching this. So a is m1 plus m2 g sine alpha minus m1 k1 plus m2 k2 g cos alpha whole divided by m1 plus m2. So that is nothing but m1 into a, the value of m1 into a which I have substituted, minus m1 into g sine alpha minus k1 m1g cos alpha. n2 1 would be equal to, as you can see, m1 m1. From the complete equation, m1 can be taken as outside, okay, and in bracket it will be m1 plus m2 g sine alpha minus m1 k1 plus m2 k2 g cos alpha minus, now as LCM this will multiply will this 2 with this 2, and m1 is taken as common, so it will be minus m1 plus m2 g sin alpha minus m1 plus m2 g cos alpha, and this whole term divided by m1 plus m2. Now as you see carefully, m1 plus m2 g sin alpha minus m1 plus m2 g sin alpha will get cancelled out. N2 with the interaction force will be equal to m1 in bracket. Let's open. Now we have to open this bracket. So that comes out to be minus m1 k1 g cos alpha minus m2 k2 g cos alpha. Here this is also a minus sign, so it will be minus m1 g cos alpha. Okay, basically this is k1 m1 g cos alpha, k1 m1 g cos alpha, and I have forgotten here to write k1, so there is k1 here. So m1 k1 g cos alpha minus m2 k1 g cos alpha, and this whole divided by m1 plus m2. Now as you can see, m1 k1 g cos alpha negative and the positive term, but as you can see, after taking this on this side, this is minus term, so that should become plus. So I have not taken, so this should become plus, this should become plus, so this term is plus, so these both terms will be plus. Okay, now m1 k1 g sin alpha minus and m1 k1 g sin alpha plus can be taken as common, cancelled out, and 2 1 will be equal to. So now if I multiply m1 inside, so it will be m1 k1, okay, m1 m2 k2 g cos alpha plus m1 m2 k1 g cos alpha whole upon m1 plus m2. So this would be equal to, now as you can see, m1 m2 g cos alpha can be taken as common, and what will be here, so it will be k1 minus k2 will remain in bracket divided by m1 plus m2, and that's the interaction forces between the blocks. Second, this is the A part of the question. After solving, this is very simple, but after this equation the solving will become quite complicated, that's the only thing. So be careful with this sign, which we did some mistake here, certain errors are there, but I have corrected it afterward, and this is the right answer. Now in the B part of this question, we need to find minimum value of alpha at which sliding will start. So for B part, first I will draw, for sliding to start, the weight of body 2, that is m2 g sin alpha component, will be here. The frictional force would be upward, that is k2 m2 g cos alpha, and the interaction force between 1 and 2. So for sliding of block 2, m2 g sin alpha must be greater than or equal to n12 plus k2 m2 g cos alpha. Then on 1, so body 1, the component is acting here, m1 g sin alpha, the interaction force on 1 and 2, the frictional force on 1. So again, m1 g sin alpha plus the interaction force 1 2 must be greater than or at least equal to frictional force, which is k1 m1 g cos alpha. This is equation 1, this is equation 2. Now if you solve this equation, on adding these two equations, the interaction force which is not known to us, that will get cancelled out, and the condition again becomes m1 g sin alpha plus m2 g sin alpha must be greater than or equal to the net frictional force, which is k1 m1 g cos alpha plus k2 m2 g cos alpha. Now I can take g sin alpha as common, and in bracket it will be m1 plus m2 must be greater than or equal to g cos alpha in bracket m1 k1 plus m2 k2. G will get cancelled out. This cos alpha will come down, it becomes tan alpha in bracket m1 plus m2 must be greater than or equal to m1 k1 plus m2 k2. So alpha must be at least greater than or equal to tan inverse of m1 k1 plus m2 k2 upon m1 plus m2, and this is the least value of alpha which is being required. Thank you very much.